Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Hanged Man. Now usually this is a card of stasis, patience, waiting, stillness, doing nothing. I kind of feel like this isn't necessarily the case for you. I actually feel like it's a gear shift. Let me explain this, right? So for those of you that drive, manual, you'll know this. Sometimes when you are going up or down a really steep hill, you have to shift the gear in order to keep going at the speed that you're at. And this kind of feels like what the Hanged Man is saying to you this week. It's not about standing still and doing nothing. It's about a gear shift or a shift change so that you can continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. This is a time for you to really think about calibration of energy. Does it need more juice? Does it need less juice, right? And that's really what this is trying to say to you this week. Stop for a minute, yes, so that you can figure out, am I putting the right amount of energy in here? Do I need to put more? Do I need to let some off? Do I need more rest? Do I need, this is a recalibration energy really this week, I think, more than anything else. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the World card, right? Beautiful. I love this deck, by the way. You've got the World card here with the Hanged Man. If you want to change the world, it is said that you have to change yourself. There's obviously a gear change coming up here. There's a shift in some way, shape or form. There's you changing lanes possibly. With the World card, this is about you seeking out community and looking at the community that you're already a part of. If there's something about your world that you want to change, then there's obviously an aspect of you that's needing to change with it. And I kind of feel like that piece of the puzzle or the piece of the jigsaw is kind of highlighted to you this week. I will also say this as well. That World card suggests that there is a very big opportunity on the precipice or on the horizon for a lot of you. And how you meet that, how you approach it is going to be everything. Again, driving metaphor. I don't know why I've got driving stuck in my head today. You know, when you've got like a really steep hill and you have that little dip before you go up, you got to really put your foot on the thing so that you can actually get up the hill. That's what this is about. And that World card it really feels for me like a lot of you are looking out at a big opportunity right now, and you're trying to think, okay, what is this going to require from me? What is it that I'm needing to shift? What is it that I'm needing to change? And that World card is also mastery. So it suggests you've already got all of the skills that you need. Now it's just time for you to level it up. For your communications and conversations, you have your card, the Empress. This week you are speaking well. You have the gift of the gab, Taurus, right? This, especially with the Hanged Man, that is, I want to say, like some spiritual piece of juice. Like maybe somebody gives you a tip on manifesting this week. Maybe you have a conversation with somebody that just absolutely sets your mind to work, especially with that World card. I kind of feel like there's going to be a conversation this week that really creates an energy within you of understanding how all of your personal skills, how all of your personal abilities all come together to form let's say the track, right, of everything that you're going to be, that you're going to do, which is so exciting. So the Empress is also ease. Remember that, right? So the fact that you have the World card here, there's like, not that you would be, but there's no intimidation with large figures. There's no intimidation with big organizations or institutions. This is you meeting everything head on and not even being fazed by how it shows up. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, the Empress card is beautiful. This is a card of abundance, of joy, of creativity. It is a card of the luxuries of life, let's say, and this is coming from your communication. So communications is going to be easy, but it also suggests as well, this may be a week where some of the responses are a bit slow. Maybe some of the, remember your ruler at this point is now direct, but it's going to take a while for Taurus to get back to full, for Venus to get back to full speed. So this is probably what you've been feeling up until now. And I'm just thinking as well, I had a conversation with a Taurus friend this morning, and she was saying like, I can't get out of bed. I'm just like, and now I remember as I'm filming this, Venus is retrograde and she's literally slowing. At the point I'm recording this, Venus is slowing down to go direct. So at the moment, all the Taurians and the Librans are probably like, you know, they're really feeling it. But don't worry, don't fret. You're going to be all right. Okay, it's over this week. This is it. You're free and clear now. Now, for those of you that are business owners or people that work for themselves in any capacity, this suggests that the ease is coming in, but it also, especially because you've got the Hanged Man there and the World card, it kind of suggests that something about your community is now, like all the pieces are slowly but surely coming together, but there's a realization that you're about to have this week that I think comes through a conversation or through a talk, maybe through something you see on the internet, maybe something that you read. In whatever way you communicate, that is how the knowledge that you need to tie all of your skills together and take everything to the next level is going to come this week. So this week, pay attention to who is saying what, because you never know where that gem of wisdom is going to come from. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this would be a good week to dig into your spirituality. This would be a good week to do something that is nurturing and nourishing for the body, but also nurturing and soothing for the spirit. And I advise actually all of you Taurians to do something of that nature this week. All right. For your love and relations, you've got the Ace of Wands. This is lovely. Right underneath the World card. So if you're single, I mean, this is great meeting somebody energy, especially because you're speaking well, you're coming across well, but you're all business, right? Even with that sort of Ace of Wands, you've still got the flirty, sensual nature, but you're all sort of very business-like at the moment. You know, it's just really interesting with this combo of cards. That Ace of Wands, for those of you that are single, yes, there is likely to be somebody around. But if I'm honest, I kind of feel like it's not that you're not bothered. I think it's more a case of you might think that this is blasé and it might actually be more than that at a later date. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, one thing that I will say to you is this may be a time where you and your partner are starting something new, starting a new endeavor, maybe you're going in a new direction. One of you definitely has a project that's about to start getting off the ground, and there's nothing here that suggests it's going to be a problem. I just wonder about the time commitments, because there's something in all of these cards that suggests nobody's really looked at that. And that tends to become a problem later on. You know, when you say like, yeah, that'll be fine, we'll be all right. When you just gloss over it, at some point it comes up again. So just keep that in mind. For your money and materials, you've got the Ace of Cups. These two aces, specifically these two aces, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, when they come up together, these always talk about the birth, like it can be a literal birth. So I've seen this come up for people that are pregnant, but usually these two come up in combination for somebody who's pregnant, but literally right at the end of their term, like they're about to drop any sort of week or day now kind of energy. And this tells me that there's something that you are definitely getting off the ground this week. There's something that's coming into fruition, which is very, very exciting. The Ace of Cups suggests that this is a good week for money with these two cards as well. So two aces usually represents trickery. But these specific two aces do represent abundance, or the creation of something that has the potential to bring abundance. So when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is a great card because this is just you getting your mojo back, right? Especially after this Venus retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. It's been tough on you guys. You will start to feel this sort of almost immediately, I would say. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, you've got this underneath the Empress card. It would not surprise me if you were adding to the home, redecorating the home. It wouldn't surprise me if you were bringing new items, new furniture, all of that business going on at the moment, right? Okay, so for your new moon on the 1st of February is in the sign of Aquarius, which for those of you that are ascendant Taurians, to a lesser degree the sun and the moon, is going to be in your 10th house. This is all to do with your career, your public standing, your social status, how people see you, how your career is actually going. And in your career sector, you've got the Empress card, right, which is, you could ask for less, right? You've got the Gate 54 and ambition, and this card is specifically not just about ambition, but it's also about the drive and the need to make more money, to bring more finances or resources in. The caveat with this card though, just like with the Hanged Man, you can, like, if you just run off aimless without a plan, the likelihood is you're going to expend more time and money than you need to. This is a time where you have to get really, really clear on exactly what you're doing and then charge off like a horse, right? So that new moon is really highlighting to you not only the fact that you want to make more money, etc., but how to do it. And in order to do that, you're going to have to do the Hanged Man. Gear shift, switch lanes, whichever it is going to be for you. This is what you're doing this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in your comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.